Welcome back to the Davis Build 2.0. A lot of you guys refer to the trucks we've been doing with the boggers and the Fox shocks as the Davis Build or the Davis Touch. So here's a Davis 2.0 version basically. And I'm not going to go over all the exact specs on this one because I want Daniel to be involved in the video and Brian if possible too. But I am going to give you a couple of the details on the truck. And eventually, yes, this truck can be sold, will not be sold on this tire and wheel. Purpose built this truck to get this tire and wheel on it to a big event we're headed to. And we'll be unveiling several things at that event. But this one, I wanted to catch it while we had a little bit of time on some of the cool parts that I knew I was going to forget. So when I bought this Suburban, I bought it from a 70-year-old man on a Sunday, directly out of his garage. And he was very straight up with us. Hey, it needed paint. The truck was completely original. And you know, we hear that all the time, then we show up and the thing's a turd. And in the background, before I forget, the any-level lift truck. I really wish they made an any-level for a square body. If you watch one of our shorts, we did design one, but it was just on a lift going up and down. But anyway, back to the Suburban. So we'll go over all the suspension, all the mods, and all the craziness that took place. But this truck right here is literally, if you really only decided on, it's been built in 2 weeks. But as far as shop time, paint time, interior time, we did this build in less than 1 week. Honestly, crazy how short a time it took. But a couple things I want to show you with this video. So the interior of this truck is completely original, other than last night I had the headliner done. That's really the only thing that's been done to this truck, and I kind of rushed them on that, but I didn't want it flapping in my head while I'm driving it this weekend. Door panels are original. We've repaired all the window motors. We repaired all the power locks, work like they're supposed to. Windows work like they're supposed to. That's no fault of the previous guy. That stuff just goes bad. But look at the pockets on the doors. I mean, everything is just crisp and fresh. Oh, there's some napkins in there. I knew something was in there. But this is original carpet. Original factory GM floor mats, not the replicas. Everything's original. Original dash, original cluster. We put some bulbs in it. And one way you can tell, and Christian's not going to be able to get in here and see, but there's actually a riveted spot where the carpet goes in from the factory, and it still has that. Even with factory carpet, a lot of times that's broken. But it's there, like it's supposed to be. And the carpet needs a good shampooing and cleaning. But aside from that, original truck. We had the paint redone. We went back with the classic two-tone, went back with the fender trim, which for you guys that really know for sure, this trim is a little different. The 89 to 91 had a smooth stainless trim, but I wanted to put the black in here because I accented the roof with the black rain gutters. Just to kind of break the color up a little bit up there. I had them off anyway, so it all kind of goes together. So yeah, for you guys that are, you know, perfectionist, that's it. Also, I hate having these on here because of the peeling. I do have new ones coming. We locate a set. If any of you guys out there got a good set, I'll buy them from you because we're actually surprised. We're doing 2 more Suburbans back to back, just like this. All new body trim. This truck was not rusty. We brought you a ton of videos prior, but I do want Christian to get a little bit of an underside view going forward right there, just so you can see the undercarriage of this truck. And one more cool thing, I'm gonna start getting into the suspension. I gotta stop, but even a functional drive shaft at 12 inches of lift, actually a little bigger than 12 inches because of the fact that we had to modify the back. Suburbans always sag. They don't make a lift kit for the back. Another thing we're gonna get into, spoiler, no blocks. You can go back one more time, no blocks. But we'll go over all those details on the next video. We'll be driving this truck, we'll be putting several hundred miles on it this weekend along with the others. This event we're going to is a family event for us, a really cool place. So we're going to enjoy it. We usually take the race cars. This year we're taking all square bodies and big trucks. So we'll have a blast. Also the roof lights. One of the previous videos I told you guys, find the problem with this truck. I don't think we ever made a video or made a comment to tell you guys what was wrong. It was the cab lights. Somebody on there figured it out and said the cab lights were on backwards. If you make a comment or you follow us and you were that guy, and we'll go back and find that video and make sure you were that guy, we'll send you guys a t-shirt. So make sure you make a comment that you were that man. But the cab lights, which are rare on these trucks, probably were dealer installed. I don't think you could get them from the factory. They were on backwards. Now they're not. Now they're LED along with all the other lights on the truck, which turned out pretty cool too. Nice little clean touch. All the lenses are fresh. So more to come on this one. Wanted to catch it the day before we got out of town. Beautiful, beautiful Silverado 1500. Yes, we did keep it half ton for the sure fact of these 6-lug wheels. We completely, and you guys will see in the pictures and videos, we completely gutted this truck. We had the whole body sitting on the ground with nothing under it, put the frame on the floor. Axles were out, steering was out, springs were out, spring hangers in the back were out. Everything was off the chassis. We cleaned and smoothed it all, but that's a build. That's a rush, but it turned out right. There's no loose bolts, there's no missing bolts, there's no clamps that aren't on it, there's nothing that's done halfway. Even the exhaust got redone. And again, yes, we could have slid Dana 60s, we could have made it 1 ton. We know, no big deal, but I wanted to use these 6-lug axles. I wanted to keep it era correct. And if you stand back, even the fender well spacing of that tire, come back here, Christian. Tell me the last time you've seen one that is lined up so perfectly. I'm talking about that thing is centered in the fender well. Bam, just like it's supposed to be. That took a lot of work, and that's what we're gonna go into details about. But beautiful truck, love it. Very happy it's finished. Gonna load the kids in it, gonna load all the gear in it, gonna load the family in it, and we're gonna make a trip. So next time you see this one, it's gonna be with some brothers and sisters, out on display, looking killer on some 40-inch boggers, super wide wheels, fog shocks. I guess you guys go ahead and call it the Davis package. So Christian says he keeps on getting people that call it that every time we post one. Do the Davis package, do the Davis package. We'll do it to all of them as long as you guys are buying them. But this one is the Davis 2.0. 1 step bigger than normal, and definitely she has the look.